Regional Minister, all protocol observed. I'm here representing the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, the President, with the Prabodo. I'm honored to be given the opportunity to sit in the chair for this function. We are celebrating the 39th Farmers' Day, and I think it's great to honor our gallant farmers who are helping us to get food on our table. I'm happy to see you all here. On this note, I accept the chair and I ask you all to help me.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, we are aware of the toll of the farmers and how the vagaries of the weather affected their activities. So it is through this that government decided to set up this day in order to celebrate the farmers who are contributing collectively to the progress of the country. Today also marks the World AIDS Day. We are celebrating the World AIDS Day because statistics have shown that most of our youth between the ages of 18 and 25 are affected by this scourge. It is high time we advise our youth to take up the fight and protect themselves against the infection. Because they are our future leaders. If they are eliminated through the scourge, it means that we do not have anybody to take over from this when we take the back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to welcome you once again to the celebration, and I wish you fruitful celebrations. Thank you.
It is an honor to be given to offer a few words and to be part of this August event. Coincidentally, 1st December is also an important day on the global calendar. It has been set aside by the United Nations and is globally acknowledged as World AIDS Day. The day is important because HIV is real, and anyone, including all of us here, could be infected or affected by HIV, irrespective of our religion, gender, tribe, occupation, or social standing. The 2022 HIV estimate shows that in the Volta region, approximately 17,000 persons are living with HIV. Out of this figure, 68% of the estimated HIV population in the region can be found in 9 districts, and they are Ho, Hohoi, Ketu South, Ho West, North Tong, Central Tong, Keta, South Tong, and the Kwando municipalities. 72.2% of the estimated HIV population in the region are on life-saving antiretroviral treatments. Vis-a-vis the UNAIDS fast target of 95. The report further suggests that 2 out of every 100 persons in the region are living with HIV, with a prevalence of 1.50. Meanwhile, 8 districts, Kwando, South Dai, Central Tong, North Dai, Keta, Ho West, Akachi North, and North Tong have prevalences higher than the regional. The region further recorded 730 new infections for all ages within the period, and young people between the ages of 15 to 24 accounted for 12.05%. In order to reduce these new infections, it's important we create awareness and educate ourselves on the mode of transmission, and also take precautions so that we will avoid getting infected. HIV is mainly transmitted through unprotected sex with an infected partner, unscreened blood products, and mother to child. A. Abstain if you are not married. B. Be mutually faithful to your partner. C. Use condom consistently and continuously. Anytime you engage in sex with someone whose HIV status you do not know. D. Do not reuse needles. And E. educate yourself, and continue to learn about prevention and treatments. It's also important that we give persons living with HIV care and support they need. Since HIV does not kill persons living with HIV, but is the stigma and discrimination. Let's all endeavor to stop stigmatizing and discriminating against them. Rather, we should embrace and encourage them to access treatments.
I proceed to salute all the gallant fishers and farmers of Ghana, especially that of Volta region, and for that matter, Abu municipality. Today I want to shed a little bit of light on a crucial aspect of Ghana's economy, the fisheries sector, which a lot of us have overlooked. This sector has approximately 3 million working force, and it is very dynamic in all aspects of the fisheries value chain. It contributes about 4.5% of our GDP. The government is acknowledging this pivotal role of our fisher folks, implemented certain subsidies that enable them to afford inputs such as outboard motors and fuel for their expeditions. These initiatives directly impact the livelihoods of those who work tirelessly to bring fish to our tables. You know, I said earlier that we always underrate the fisheries sector because Ghana has the highest rate of dependency, or is among the highest dependents on fish as protein. We consume 25 kilograms per capita as Ghanaians, very rare in Africa. Thus, in a remarkable policy leap towards modernization, the fishing industry has embraced digitalization. That all the fishing vessels have vessel monitoring systems known as VMS and automatic information systems known as AIS mounted on them to monitor illegal, unregulated, and unprotected fishing known as IUU, and above all, safety at sea. Artisanal canoes that are the bane of, or that are the mainstay of the fishing industry in Volta region has been registered. Now we've opened a registry for all these canoes. They are not only navigating the seas as crafts, but have been registered. A register has been opened for them, and data is meticulously taken of each and every fisher. And this data has enabled all fishers who have been registered to be given cards which make them have access to government subsidies. Importantly, the aim of this premix automation, which includes state-of-the-art dispensers, is to remove human interface from the distribution process. By doing so, we enhance efficiency, fight corruption, and ensure a fair and streamlined distribution of this vital resource, a smart solution for sustainability. The inland canoe registration process, and when we mean inland canoe, it is about the canoes that are used in the inland water bodies, that is on the lagoons and the Volta Lake and other water bodies. Replacing the manual paper registration method using tablets. This innovation not only streamlines the process but also ensures that the information is seamlessly stored on a server. Consequently, these records are readily available, facilitating faster and well-informed decision-making. Another example of smart solution in action. In conclusion, the journey towards sustainable food security and resilience is marked by innovation, collaboration, and thoughtful policies. The strides taken so far in the fisheries sector exemplify our commitment to preserving our marine and water resources for posterity. As we navigate these waters, let us remain steadfast in our dedication to smart solutions, as espoused by the blue economic concept, to safeguard both our environment and livelihoods of our fisher folks. And to the youth of Ghana who are interested in fish farming and anything related to the fishing industry, the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development is implementing an aquaculture for food and jobs policy. Beneficiaries will be trained for free in fish farming at our National Aquaculture Center in Oyibi at no cost. The only thing that they have to do is to go on the net and pick a registration form and apply. They will be interviewed and the rest. If you are qualified, then you benefit from the rest. Some of our fishers, especially the best fisher of the Volta region this year, also as part of its corporate social responsibility, train some of his colleague fishers in the latest fish farming techniques such as the bioflux to those who are interested. On that note, I say thank you. Akbenami, miawe do atomanya shina. Akbe.
Mr. Chair, delivering smart solutions for food security and resilience is our theme for this year's celebration. A theme that has been carefully chosen for us to think deeply and see how smart our solutions can be in resolving our food challenges, not only as a nation, but also as a region. With your permission, I want to define what we mean by food security as espoused by the World Food Summit in 2020, which says, food security describes a situation in which all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for active and healthy life. For active and healthy life. Quote on end. The Statistical Service, GSS, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture in the year 2020 conducted a survey named Comprehensive Food Security and Vulnerability Analysis, which revealed the true state of Ghana's food situation. And with your permission, I want to describe a few of the findings of the research as was done by the Ghana Statistical Service and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And I would like to juxtapose these findings or research to what we are describing today as food security and as to whether Ghana is food secure or not, and what we need to do as a nation or as a region, so to speak, for us to overcome this challenge. The research revealed that 3.6 million Ghanaians were food insecure. 3.6 million Ghanaians were food insecure. And the hardest hit regions, Upper East, taking about 70% of that, and then the northern region, about 15%. There is the need for us to overcome this challenge. How do we see, or how do we come up with strategic, actionable steps that will reverse the trend of seeing our brothers, 3.6 million of them, to be food secure? We need to look at that very critically, and that should be our engagement for this few days and also the next cropping season that we have ahead of us. Mr. Chair, if we want to overcome this challenge, the smart solutions that we are preferring as a department is rolling out a new program which we want to inform our farmers about this morning. The planting for food and jobs was done last year, or the past 5-7 years. And there's a new program that is coming up that we want our farmers to be aware of. Planting for food and jobs phase 2, or planting for food and jobs 2.0. That model is actually hinges on what we call the aggregator model, where an aggregator provides the needed inputs and also guarantees access to the market at the end of the production season, where actors will play their various roles and expect to get returns out of the various roles they play. Input dealers will work with aggregators who will take the input from them and give to farmers and give to any other person within the value chain. And at the end of the planting season, the aggregator will come back to the farmer, take the produce, go to the warehouse, and negotiate a price for the farmer at the warehouse level. The warehousing receipt system will take delivery of the produce. The input cost is deducted from the money, and then the difference is given to the farmer. And this model will work not by way of subsidy, that was done in the first phase, but this is going to work looking at market forces, which will bring benefit to all actors. That Chair, Honorable Minister, even as we talk about food security, we need to take a break and also look at the region specific as to whether we are doing our best to be food secure as a region. There are three main commodity value chains that the region prides itself in: rice, cassava, and also vegetables. And we can confidently say that all three fronts, the region is much more than secure. Rice, the region boasts itself, the whole nation, the whole Ghana, we produce over 23% of the local rice stock of this nation. And we are still counting. We are not going to leave that for any region to take. We will continue to be the leaders in rice production. That which we are also proud to say that cassava is another main area that the region is doing very well in. We currently have one of the leading producers of cassava in terms of processing. Not only are they doing well in production, they're also doing a lot of processing. Caltech has been at the forefront of turning cassava into several derivatives. And ultimately, during the COVID-19, Caltech did a lot for this nation. They produced a lot of ethanol, and that was used in producing hand sanitizers. A lot more companies are coming out, but they want to produce cassava in the region, and we are facilitating the process of them getting land to produce. I cannot end this address without mentioning our sisters and brothers, farmers who have been seriously affected by the spillage from the dam, and whose activities are now very much in the balance, and we need to support them to come out of that. The Regional Department of Agriculture, in conjunction with NADMO, and the district departments have come up with data to suggest the number of farmers who have been affected so far and how going forward we need to assist these farmers to come off their challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, of the figure that we have, over 6,740 farmers have been affected. Majority of them, 80% of them are males and 20% female. Rice, which we pride ourselves in as a region, has been seriously hit by this. We have over 470 hectares of rice affected by the floods, over 2,500 hectares of cassava fields, maize 2,000 hectares, tomato 20 hectares, onion and shallots 60.7 hectares, okra 260 hectares of okra fields have been submerged, and pepper around 40 hectares. To which we are looking at about 50,000 tons, metric tons of various crops that have been affected by this. And together with the RCC, we are looking at going forward how to assist these farmers to come out of this. There are two ways we are looking at this. One, farmers who have been affected and who still have lands elsewhere that they can fall on to continue cropping, we need to assist them in getting planting materials, fertilizers, and also assist them in preparing the land to start once again their livelihoods and what they do best. Our second option is to look at farmers whose fields have been affected and who immediately need some relief assistance for them to come out of the situation. That will leave in the hands of NADMO for them to liaise with the RCC and all of us to put our hands together to see how best we can offer some assistance to these farmers who have been affected. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly extending my sincere gratitude to our gallant farmers and also award winners who have contributed immensely to the survival or sustenance of the nation Ghana. The project Survival Ghana depends on these farmers. I want to say our gallant farmers and award winners, Aiko, and may God bless us all.
We are gathered once again to celebrate another milestone in the agricultural annals of our dear nation and region. This year marks the 39th anniversary of our collective resolve to reward our hard-working farmers and fishermen. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this year's celebration, delivering smart solutions for sustainable food security and resilience. A well-thought-through theme that encompasses all efforts to deliver the appropriate interventions, tools and skills aimed at enhancing our food security position. Distinguished invited guests, please permit me to elaborate on a few of the policy interventions that have been deployed to achieve sustainable food security and also resilience. Agenda for jobs, number 1, creating prosperity and equal opportunities for all, 2018 to 2021, which was operationalized by the Investing for Food and Jobs, an agenda for transforming Ghana's agriculture. Number 2, innovative flagship programs including the Planting for Food and Jobs, Planting for Export and Rural Development, Rearing for Food and Jobs, and the One District, One Warehouse policy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, through these policies and implementation strategies, the agricultural sector continues to employ about 41.9, and that's the 2017 figure of the country's labor force, 41.9. As part of the implementation strategy of the Planting for Food and Jobs, Phase 1, farmers were offered subsidized inputs such as fertilizers and seeds, which laid the foundation for the agenda to transform the agricultural sector. Similar interventions were made in the livestock subsector and the fisheries subsector. To consolidate the gains made under the PFJ Phase 1, a new phase has been ushered in to further drive the agenda to transform the sector, Planting for Food and Jobs 2.1. Distinguished invited guests, the new PFJ is anchored on the aggregator concept, where the aggregator drives the entire value chain from input supply to warehousing. In this arrangement, all actors in the chain become competitive because, unlike the subsidy approach, the relationship among actors is purely based on market forces. The market for the farmer's produce is assured because the aggregator will ultimately deliver the produce to a warehouse. He is receipted, then the farmer is paid the cost of the produce after the input cost has been deducted. Other actors who depend on the warehouse to feed the other side of the chain, such as the buffer stock and school feeding, will also have a guaranteed supply of their inputs. Togbo Mamau, if this relationship is well managed, there will be a sustained food security and also a resilient value chain. Even as we discuss the prospects of a resilient sector that guarantees our food security, the region, as we are all aware, was devastated by the spillage of the water from the Akosombo Dam. Though this can be described as a setback, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the people of this beautiful region will stand together to get their lives and livelihoods back on track with the support of the government. The region is counting its losses, but we are also positioning ourselves to properly take stock and make the best out of the situation by documenting the most pressing needs and provide the best prescriptions, especially for our gallant farmers to get back to work. I want to assure the farmers of the affected areas that the region will continue to stand with them to the end. We will facilitate the process by liaising with the appropriate authorities to provide them with the necessary support, especially planting materials and fertilizers when the next season is due. The region plays a pivotal role in the nation's food security drive, and our dear nation Ghana will not turn its back on the region. We currently produce 23% of the local rice stock, which has become a major staple in the average Ghanaian diet. Togo Chairman Togbo Mamau have tasked the Regional Department of Agriculture to come out with the most pressing needs of farmers and rank these in order of priority in readiness for any intervention by the state to assist the farmers. Your Excellencies, though this devastation in the short term will impact the region's food security, we are quite sure that our next breakthrough is not far from us. I want to take this opportunity to thank the people of the region for their effort to help their kinsmen. We, however, remain indebted to all across the length and breadth of this nation who rallied to our support in diverse forms. Gallant award winners, ladies and gentlemen, it is profoundly gratifying to put some smiles back onto the faces of our farmers and fishermen. Congratulations to the award winners for 2023 National Farmers Day celebration. The region salutes you, and we all say a big ayiko to you. Thank you for your attention, and may God richly bless us all. Akpanami.
Jope Ngoyi Women Processing Group. Akpanami lo, Yawele Miajipo. The next category is the best physically challenged farmer. The best physically challenged farmer is Mr. Joseph Johnson Kwame Akpe Nedine. The next award will be the best regional youth farmer, Kosi Oxford Agboli. Kosi Oxford Agboli. The next category is the best regional female farmer, Perfect Peace Bepri. She's from the South Dye District. The next category is the best regional agricultural worker, Raphael Chapo Hikes. He has produced 20 award winners at the national level. His name is Hikes Raphael Chapo. Congratulations, sir. The next category is the best regional fisher. The best regional fisher. And the awardee is Fish and Feeds Limited. They also provide hands-on training for 300 students from the universities. They use biofloc fish farming technology, harvesting shed, ice plants, chill rooms, refrigerated trucks, etc. These are their key holdings. The next category is the best regional livestock farmer, and it goes to Ahmed Zumari. Ahmed Zumari. Shall we clap for him? The next award category, the best regional crop farmer. And the best regional crop farmer goes to Joseph Abuada. Shall we clap for him?
Edo Jizon, the overall best farmer for 2023. He is from Atiaklobo in the Cape 2 South municipality. His key holdings are maize, 52 acres, cassava, 50 acres, cowpea, 10 acres, rice, 35 acres, sweet potato, 20 acres, vegetables, 36 acres, pineapple, 5 acres, mangoes, 4 acres, coconut, 7 acres, cocoa, 2 acres, cattle, 40 of them, sheep, 25 of them, goats, 7, pigs, 65 of them, rabbits, 30 of them, grass cutter, 52 of them, local birds, 100. Shall we be clapping for this person? Let's be clapping for him. The best farmer 2023 will be taking certificate of recognition, 1 tricycle, 2 bags of fertilizer, 7 cutlasses, 3 knapsack sprayers, 3 Wellington boots, assorted agrochemicals. Shall we be clapping for the best farmer 2023 in the person of Marwewe Her Sumali